Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Let me take this opportunity to condemn in strongest terms possible what happened today during Martha Karua's public rally in Kisii. As Karua stood to address the rally, a tear gas canister exploded. It was later established that the tear gas canister belonged to a police officer, and some unconfirmed reports are alleging that the police officer is actually attached to James Ongwae, the Kisii governor. And already, about 2 hours ago, Kenya National Police Service issued this press statement. National Police Service, follow-up statement on the incident involving the discharge of a tear gas at a public meeting presided over by Honorable Martha Karua in Kisii. Office of the Inspector General, National Police Service, Nairobi, Kenya. Follow-up statement on the incident involving the discharge of a tear gas at a public meeting presided by Honorable Martha Karua in Kisii. Number 1. Subsequent to our earlier statement on the above incident, NPS wishes to inform the public that preliminary investigation into the discharge of the tear gas at the public meeting presided over by Honorable Martha Karua, who is the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance presidential running mate, has established that the person responsible for the incident is a police officer. Number 2, the said officer is currently in custody assisting with further investigation to unravel all circumstances surrounding the incident. Number 3, the public shall be apprised of the progress of the investigation and subsequent actions in due time. Bruno Isohi Shioso, OGW, Director of Corporate Communications, Spokesperson, National Police Service, 30th June 2022. That's the press statement by National Police Service about that incident that occurred today in Kisii. So in this video, I want us to have a discussion, and I'll just try and explain why I believe Azimio team and even the government as a whole should give priority to our top national leaders, because such incidents, or rather such incidences, should actually not be encouraged or be allowed to occur again. But before we do that, in case you are watching us for the very first time and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. Some unconfirmed reports are alleging that that police officer was a bodyguard attached to James Ongwae, though that is something that has not been confirmed. And in our earlier video, I did share that clip on how that police officer actually narrowly escaped death. In fact, the public, upon that tear gas canister exploding, the public were actually after that police officer's life, and he narrowly escaped death today. But if you look at it from another angle, I tend to believe that the Azimio team should be very, very careful, especially on the ego of their leaders. I'm talking about the rivalry in ODM maybe strongholds. Because so far Raila Odinga and the Azimio team, they have held some public rallies in the northeastern, and we have been seeing some such cases, or rather some similar instances like this one that happened today. So it's high time Azimio, as a coalition, or rather as an alliance, they have to maybe tame egos of their various top leaders who are angling for various seats. And if you look at what happened today in Kisii, fingers are also being pointed towards James Ongwae, Simba Arati rivalry. And I honestly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that these top Azimio leaders should actually not hijack Raila's presidential campaigns or rallies, maybe to score political goals, or rather to score political points. Raila's rally should be strictly to market and sell Raila Odinga to the people. After Raila maybe has left that venue, they can organize their own rallies where they can also just show their political prowess. And then if you look at it again, I also believe that if you look at some of these VIP podiums, they are always full. You can't tell who is who. So it's also high time maybe the political class must be very, very careful on who has the access to the VIP podium. Because in most occasions, you'll find all aspirants actually flocking VIP or at the podium. And in one way or the other, you'll find some even accompanied by 2 or 3 people. Some they call their bodyguards, PA, and such kinds of people. I tend to believe going forward as a new team has to be very, very careful on who accesses the VIP podium to avoid such kind of cases, because we can just find maybe a rogue aspirant being used by Azimio political opponents and competitors, maybe to just pull a surprise, what we saw today in Kisii. So going forward again, Azimio team should be very, very careful on that, on the kind of people they actually allow on the VIP podium. And also if you look at that incident of today, I honestly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that it painted a very bad picture, or rather there is a trend that is clearly emerging, that Raila's rallies and maybe Azimio rallies are always ending up, or rather violent, or rather with some form of violence. And that can also work against Raila Odinga and the Azimio brigade. So it's high time Raila Odinga and his team, they should make sure they tame such kind of incidences. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, having looked at that rally, of that Martha Karua rally today in Kisii, I was fully convinced beyond any reasonable doubt. In fact, before Martha Karua spoke, she was given a very warm welcome, and anybody who was actually watching that rally live, I know a good majority will agree with me that Kisii as a county is actually fully locked behind Raila Odinga and behind Azimio. The problem is on how to tame now the ego of Azimio aspirants in that part of the country, because it appears and comes out clearly that most strong aspirants, especially from Kisii, are all angling, or rather are all in Azimio. And there is very stiff and very fierce competition among these aspirants, to a point some maybe trying to outdo one another. Some ends up with such funny kind of, or rather such funny behaviors, or maybe antics. And that's why I stated when we were starting that Azimio should actually be very, very careful on how to tame egos of their top leaders. And now again to the police, to our Kenya police security, or rather to the police service, they must give priority to top leaders, be it in the opposition or be it in government. They must make sure that these top leaders are given top priority in terms of security. Because we don't want a situation where such kind of incidences just repeat themselves, or rather happens and no action is being taken. From where I sit as I conclude, I believe that that police officer whose tear gas canister actually exploded should actually, if possible, be sacked. That's not a person worth being a police officer. That's a person who clearly can be used to maybe achieve some kind of sinister motives now that elections are just 48 or rather 49 days away. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me leave it there for now. But in case you've bumped here for the very first time and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Any other person watching us outside Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible again, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana ye.